Hey, 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 Pokemon trainers, hey, hey! That's not Pokemon.
Don't judge. Don't judge. You know why?
I have to change games every once in a while, okay? Okay? I like Magic too.
Oh, you're here for the review. Okay, give me just 1 second.
Oh, hey guys.
Yes, folks, I know, I haven't put the hat on, because, you know, you miss Alex, you wanted me to say hi, well, here I am. Anyway, hey, it's Alex, hi! Sorry I've been gone, I've been, like, doing stuff. Mostly being obnoxious. How you guys doing? Yes, I play Magic. Not just Pokemon. Magic. I haven't played Pokemon in years. Beside the point, you're here for something else. You're not here for Magic, you're here for a review. Pokemon Christmas Bash is probably either a love it or a hate it type album, and the introduction is no exception. You have this classical tone of bells going on in the background, but you also get to hear some Pokemon in the introduction with Pikachu, Squirtle, and Hoothoot, which they don't sound like very jolly Christmassy type Pokemon, but hey, we're just gonna go with the flow. By the way, am I the only one who's a little confused by the album cover? We have 7 Pokemon or so. We have Pikachu, Cyndaquil, Chikorita, Totodile, Gligar, which actually, by the way, Gligar, in all of those other Pokemon like Pikachu and all that, they're owned by Ash, but Gligar wasn't mentioned as one of Ash's Pokemon until later. So it's kind of an Easter egg / spoiler alert, because Gligar wasn't owned by Ash until after the album was released. So, guess what, guys? They also had Togepi, which was obviously owned by Misty, and then you had Sentret, which I'm like, okay, we're just going to throw a random Pokemon on the cover, because apparently they're really famous for that. They'll have a cover for something with Pokemon on it, and about a good % of the time, you'll find that there's a Pokemon on the cover for no reason. We're here to talk about Charmander! Let's slap a Rattata on the front. Seems legit. What's really nice about this first track is it's kind of the theme of the track. It's talking about the Pokemon Christmas Bash with Team Rocket, Brock, Misty, and Ash. And I can't believe I just sang that exactly as it is in the song. But you get to hear each character get to sing their own verse, which is nice, except Team Rocket kind of counts as a whole. But it's really nice to hear all of the members get their own verse, except for the first verse. The first verse, I'm not sure. I think it's this. I think it's a Pokedex. I think the Pokedex, or either that, or a Diglett, or Dugtrio suddenly learned how to speak English like Meowth. But I swear it's a Pokedex singing the first verse. It's very monotone and kind of out of place to me, because when I was little first hearing this album, I swear it was Diglett. Nope, I'm pretty sure now it's the Pokedex. I don't care. It's weird. And it's just weird because I thought that, like, Ash would have, you know, the first verse. You know, he's the main character. But, you know. I'm sorry, Ash, but I can't let you do that. And it's kind of weird. Brock talks about how a quick little flick with Ivy's flock. So this is, like, right after he comes back from being with Professor Ivy. A kiss from Nurse Joy and Officer Jenny, please. With a ho ho ho. Put them both under the mistletoe. This is the part that confuses me, because I've looked up all the lyrics, I've looked up every single one. And you know what he's saying? I quote, Brock's kicking in, it's a gas. What's a gas? Anyone? Explain to me what a gas is? Anyone? No? No? Cards? No? Dangerous wager. Can you tell me what it's a gas means? Because apparently, it's a gas is a thing. So, that was awkward. Misty has nothing to the table. She has this whole thing about how she's like, I just want to dance with Ash, which, by the way, she has a whole song dedicated to that theme. So, kind of redundant to place it here in this song if she's going to sing about it later. But, by the way, she mentions how it's like a twist on Deck the Halls. It doesn't sound anything like it. The tune sounds nothing like Deck the Halls. In fact, later on in the album, they do like a collage of different songs, and they change the words. That's a twist on Deck the Halls. This is not a twist on Deck the Halls, okay? And they say, with a twist on how do you say that? With a twist on Deck the Halls. Seriously, try saying that. We have a Christmas street full of Pokeballs. Okay, they empty or they full of Pokemon? Because it'd be ironic if they were all full of fire Pokemon. It'd be cool if they were mixed. It'd be kind of just corny if they didn't have Pokemon. And it'd be awesome if they had legendaries. Just throwing that out there. Ash has a simple little deal about how he wants to become a Pokemon master. Santa, won't you help me go faster to become a Pokemon master? Ash, don't sing. Okay? You suck. I don't care. It's not the voice actor. She can sing with her normal voice. Don't sing as Ash, okay? By the way, don't sing about anything you have yet to do, okay? Gotta catch them all down to the last. You've captured maybe an average of 70 Pokemon, if I'm not mistaken. I think somebody calculated 70 Pokemon. Don't talk about capturing them all until you've done it, okay? Simple. And Pikachu got a little 2-second Pika, you know, whatever, nobody cares. By the way, Team Rocket has a last minute where this year we're going to fill your stocking. No, this year's something about being shocking. This year we're going to fill your stocking. I feel like there's a sexual innuendo. Somewhere in there there's an innuendo and I just haven't found it yet. Take a break from causing trouble, Jesse James, and make that double. Hey, look at that, play on words. We thought we'd change our ways and be nice on Christmas Day. First off, this confuses me. I don't know if the album is consistent of them acting in character, or if this means that they're not acting in character, okay? Are they supposed to be in character and taking a break, or are they themselves playing themselves on the series and they're not in story, they're like off screen doing this and they're all just being nice to each other because, you know, they're supposed to because they're all co-workers of a show called Pokemon. Team Rocket's bland. Sorry, they'll have a shine a moment later. Right now, no. The final thoughts on this whole song in general is the fact that this song has this reoccurring chorus. And it's annoying. Throughout the whole song, in between the verses, it's who's that Pokemon at the Pokemon Christmas Bash. And throughout this piece, you don't hear them referring to Pokemon itself, like trying to figure out who's there and, hey, look who came to visit and who's surprised. They sing about themselves, which is really kind of defeating of the purpose of the chorus. Who's that Pokemon at the Pokemon Christmas Bash? Who's that Pokemon? And then the other Pokemon like jump in and they're being like, you know, themselves singing to the song. So it's like, you know, you got the Pika Pika, Squirtle. You know, they're in tune, they're in beat. The thing about it is the verse has nothing to do with everyone else is singing about. Sorry. I find this annoying. So, out of 10 Pokeball ornaments, I'd give it a 5. For kids, it's cute, it's Pokemon themed, and that's what you're going to find throughout this album, is that it's just Pokemon themed. It's not like you're going to find Pokemon Christmas songs. You're going to find Pokemon theme, and that's what's going to annoy a lot of people. But for adults, it's not that great. It may be nice for a nostalgia factor. For kids, it's cute, and that's all it really is. So I give it 5, maybe 7, just out of the average factor. It's meh. And what's interesting about Misty is nothing's interesting about Misty. Misty's the most boring character of the whole group. On to the next one!